And good evening and welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. My guest is Bonnie Hall this evening, who is the market master for the Westbrook Farmers Market. Bonnie, welcome. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming down. Good to see you.
You too.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll talk about the farmers market within the next half hour.
Sure. I'm a local farmer here in Westbrook. Love this town, love good food, and wanted to have a bunch of farmers come together and feed the great people in Westbrook.
There you go. Now your farm is obviously a working farm.
Yes.
Where you guys are, and you guys produce a whole bunch of goods and services, and everything is local.
Yes.
Everything is local.
That's right.
Now, how did the idea of the farmers market come about?
Well, I've thought about it for a number of years and really wanted to have one here in town. They're successful in other towns, and
Absolutely.
didn't want to have people travel. I mean, the food's not traveling that far, so why not have one with great visibility? Route 1 is key. You need to have Route 1 visibility, and pick a perfect day to have it and the time, and it just kind of flowed together. And the town was receptive, and I went through the different departments that I had to go through to get approvals, and everybody was just thrilled.
Now, is this the first time in the town of Westbrook that they've had a farmers market, or have they tried this before?
It was. It happened at the outlet malls.
Okay.
And we went a couple of times, but people are focused on shopping at the malls and not for a farmer's market.
No.
So it wasn't so good for us, and you didn't have the visibility tucked back there. So
No, definitely not. Definitely.
right. This is a dedicated farmer's market. Nothing else. No other bells and whistles. Just food and local crafts.
Now, what types of goods and services can people expect to see when they come to the farmers market?
I'm really excited. We've got some anchor bakers and farms. So I've got Smith Acres coming with vegetables and berries once they come into season. Throughout the whole season, they have a amazing selection and array of vegetables and fruits that they grow on their farm. We also have Wave Hill Breads coming, and they are amazing bakers. They make all kinds of breads, and they will knock people's socks off. It's hand shaped. They're making it the old-fashioned way.
Wow, really?
Yes. Yep. I've got Dough on Main and Deep River coming. They've got pastas. They make their own pastas.
Cool.
Fettuccine. I'm just really excited about having them come. We've got Chatfield Hollow Farm has mushrooms from Killingworth. Their mushrooms are outstanding.
Are they?
Oh my goodness! To see the whole process, it's organic, and it is. I never knew how they were made, so it's a labor of love to bring those to the market. Working on honey that will come in July when they're producing locally in Clinton. Let's see, I've got fish kind of on the hook, no pun intended.
Okay.
But I would really like to have fish. And we've got ice cream and pork and beef and maple syrup and eggs.
Wow.
So I think we're gonna have something for everybody. Cookies from Andy's Cookies in Clinton.
We're gonna have a good array of products.
Yes, we are.
Now, one of the most important questions: when? Soon.
2 weeks from Friday.
That's right.
It will be Friday, May 24th, just in time for the holiday weekend.
There you go. And it runs till
4 o'clock till it's 4 to 7 of the times, and it runs through till October 4th.
Okay.
20 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. And like you said before, obviously the town has been pretty receptive as far as getting stuff done and getting ready for you.
Yes, they've been wonderful. All the different departments that I had to speak with and go to the zoning commission, everybody was just wonderful. They recognize that it's a really good thing to have in town.
Now this has to be a lot of work, but it also has to be a lot of fun.
It is. It's both. It's both. And I've been very selective in who I bring in because I really want only the best
Right.
to be offered here in town.
Now, how do you choose which vendors you invite to participate within the farmers market?
Well, going to a lot of other markets that we attend, I've gotten to know farmers.
Okay.
I've gone to their farms, so I know that what they say they're doing, they are doing.
Right.
And there'll be a good representation of what farming is or what baking is and what they're using for their ingredients. So
Obviously, one of the big aspects as far as I go and I understand is keeping it local, which sounds exactly like what your farmers market is trying to accomplish.
yes, absolutely. Yep, it's not traveling. The produce
No.
isn't traveling far. The meat isn't traveling far, so can't get any fresher than that.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. And so again, I'm a big advocate for supporting your local business and your local farm.
We love that.
Definitely.
No farms, no food.
Right, exactly. And exactly. And,
Yep.
and as far as the other aspect of the farmers market, what else do you want to talk about as far as the farmers market goes? Maybe the idea of now for the 20 weeks, are the same vendors going to be there, or is it going to switch, or is it going to change up every couple of weeks?
There will be mostly the same vendors. I'm going to have like Granny's Pie Factory from East Hartford is coming.
Okay.
Oh my.
That good, huh?
That good.
All right.
People are going to be really, really thrilled. But we also will have some vendors that choose to pick and choose their weeks.
Okay.
There'll be set weeks. So the customers will know when they're coming, and I'll advertise that on Facebook. And we'll have musicians. I've been working on a lineup for musicians, local musicians. So.
Wow, you guys sound like you're very busy. This is gonna be.
It's been a lot of work.
It has been.
But it's been worth it.
Now is it just you working this whole
Yes.
collaboration?
Yes.
Okay, so it has been a lot of work.
It has been, yes. And farmers are busy. They're figuring out what they're either going to plant or
Right.
what they're doing. So to fill out paperwork, it's the lowest thing on a farmer's
Exactly.
list of things to get done. So I'm still waiting for others to fill out forms, and they've assured me they're coming, but until I see the application and
Exactly.
the check in the mail.
I was going to say, because as far as the farming aspect of things, it's the beginning of May right now, but looking at the Mother Nature, she might not agree with it's the middle of May. It's a
Exactly.
little cold, little rainy, so
Yes.
I don't know.
And that's farming.
That
is farming 101.
I was going to say, as far as
Yes.
planting your crops, I don't know what
Can't
you
get on the fields.
what you would want to plant this early.
Right, right. Well, I know that Smith's Acres will be bringing, but they also have herbs as well.
Sure.
They'll be bringing potted flowers, plants,
Okay.
things like that. That's what vegetable farmers do this time of year.
Right.
And we're starting fairly early too. We're starting 4 weeks before most of the other markets kick it up into high gear. So sort of slim pickings, but that's what farming is, you know. So I also want to mention too that I'm so excited that Sunset Hill Vineyards in Lyme will be joining us this year. So we are going to have local wine.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
No tasting allowed, but it's one thing that you cannot sample, but it will,
Okay.
it will be
All right.
fabulous. Other people will be sampling different things, but wine is not allowed in Connecticut to be sampled, so at a market.
Exactly. Now, as far as speaking of the farmer aspect of things, tell us a little bit about your farm.
Sure. So the farm is my husband's farm. It's been in his family since 1635 here in Westbrook.
Okay.
Same family and same land, a little over 200 acres, and we have the same breed of cattle that have been on the farm that long.
Wow.
They're called American Milking Devons, and
Okay.
they're a red cattle. The girls all have horns, as well as the boys. Beautiful, gentle animals. triple purpose.
I was going to say, if the girls have horns and the boys have horns, it's probably easier. It's probably easier to tell who's who.
Yes.
Hopefully, maybe.
Yes, yes. You get to know their horn structure. They're just like humans. You know, some are, you know, wider than the others.
Right.
And, so you do get to see, and they've got personalities. So you get to know
They do?
them too. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. But the breed is triple purpose, and it's milk. Have you heard of Devonshire cream before?
No, I haven't.
That is a clotted cream. They came from Devonshire, England.
Okay.
The cows originally, and John is very good at giving a history lesson on the animal's arrival to the New World.
Okay.
And so it's amazing, amazing milk. But they fell out of favor because a Holstein could give more of a quantity, but not a better quality.
Okay.
And then the second purpose is beef. The beef is outstanding.
Is it?
And we only offer it in the hamburger form, so it's a sirloin burger. All the cuts of the steaks are in that burger. It's lean, it's amazing. There's history books that talk about in the war that the Northerners didn't want to give it to the Southerners when they captured them because the beef was too good.
Wow.
So it's got some rich history. And then the third purpose is oxen. So most of the stone walls you see throughout New England, the Devon cows pulled those stones out of the fields. But as my husband says, the oxen went west with the covered wagons, so they fell out of favor as well. And tractors came in and made farming a little bit easier. So.
Would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Sure.
We'll be right back.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Bonnie Hall from the Westbrook Farmers Market. Bonnie, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we talked about, in the first segment, we talked about the farmers market, but in the break, we were talking about goat's milk,
Yes.
ice cream,
Yes.
and other types of dairy.
Yes.
Let's start the segment talking about goat's milk and the other type of milk that we're going to offer. Then we'll talk about ice cream.
Sure. So John's cousins are Sweet Pea Cheese in North Granby, and they have cows and goats, and they have an on-farm processing plant where they make pasteurized but not homogenized goat and cow milk, cheese, and yogurt.
Ooh.
Outstanding. Outstanding. They're very well known up in the northern counties, and I told them I'd make them well known down here because there's no sugar added, it's pure, the cows are out on grass, the goats are out on grass. We know how they farm, and I stand behind it. I have the yogurt every day.
Now, is there a difference between cow's milk and yogurt and goat's milk and yogurt? They're texture-wise, or is it?
Yes.
Does it taste different?
It does taste different. It's
Okay.
a little bit stronger.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And we have a lot of customers that have the goat's milk or the goat's yogurt because they can't tolerate what's in the cow's milk for is it casein genes, or they're allergic to that, so they're able to have goat's milk.
Really?
So it's wonderful. Yes. Yeah.
That's neat.
It is.
That's really neat. And we also have ice cream.
Boy, are we having ice cream. Oh my, it's
Okay.
16% butterfat ice cream. It's made by Tull Meadow Farm in Simsbury.
Okay, so it's good for you.
It's outstanding. It's not healthy for you.
Sure it is.
But it's good.
Okay.
Yes. And he only uses the finest of the worst ingredients, is what I say when I talk about his ice cream. He is the president of Connecticut Farm Bureau, and it's Connecticut cow's milk, and it's hand-packed by the people in his kitchen there, his plant, and it is outstanding. We've had to suffer by trying a lot of different kinds of.
That's too bad.
Yes.
That is.
He makes amazing flavors, and we will be bringing that in quarts and also cookie sandwiches. So they offer certain selections on chocolate chip cookies that are about that thick, and with ice cream, and also sugar cookies. Yeah, it's really good. Yes.
Is it time for the farmers market to open yet?
Almost.
I'm waiting.
Almost. Me too.
I'm waiting.
Me too.
So what else do we want to tell everybody about the farmers market, and maybe what to expect?
Well, we're going to be set up. Everybody will see on the west side of the town hall green area in the front. It's wonderful one-way traffic in, as the town hall is, and so it shouldn't queue up onto Route 1. It should be nice and flowing, and just asking people to come out and support what their local farmers are producing. It hasn't traveled, it's fresh. You can ask the questions that you can't ask your grocer.
Exactly.
Yes.
And obviously, the people from the different agricultural and farming aspects of things, if you have a question, they'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Absolutely.
They'd be more than happy to talk to you and answer questions about this, that, or the other.
Yes, and a lot of them have let you go see their farms too, so you know that what they're saying is what they're doing.
Really?
And I've already vetted that, so I put my name out there to say that they are doing what they say they're doing. So that's really important to me.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. And again, the farmers market starts in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Here in Westbrook. When does it start?
May 24th.
Okay.
4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We hope to also have a food truck. I know that there will be concerts on the green Friday nights, so people can get food to go and bring it over and enjoy the concert on the green. So I think it'll be a nice evening on Fridays.
It will be.
Yes.
And obviously, the concept and the idea came about how?
I just have wanted to do it for a number of years, but I knew it would take a lot of time, and I just didn't want anything political. I wanted it just to be received in the manner in which I was thinking about it, to feed the people in Westbrook excellent food, and to show them what we do here. And we are local businesses, and to support us means a lot to us, and it keeps it happening. I mean, we hope that there's more generations that will keep doing it, but farming in general is getting harder and harder to do, and it's a lot of work to bring everything and get it ready for a market. And I just felt that Westbrook was ready for that.
And why do you think the farming industry has gotten a little harder over the years?
There's more regulations on farmers, tightening things up, and farmers never want to cut a corner and ever get anybody sick. That's not what they're doing, because we eat the food that we grow.
Absolutely.
So we're the first line of, I don't want to get sick either.
No.
So, but it's restrictive. I mean, there was talk about we make maple syrup. I don't know if I said maple syrup will be
No, we didn't talk about it.
offered.
Let's talk about maple syrup.
Yes, I mean, the name of our farm is Maple Breeze Farm. And
Yes.
I thought when my husband and I got married that I could name the farm, and he said, no, it has a name. So we tap only the trees on our farm, and you taste the difference in our syrup because there's never been a chemical sprayed on the land. And that's almost 400 years.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool, yeah.
Now, what as far as the farm goes, you guys obviously offer maple syrup. What are some of the other?
We have pork, all kinds of pork cuts. Our pigs are fed our Devon's cow milk. So
Yes.
our pork tastes like pork how it used to taste. I would be a vegetarian if I had to eat meat from the store.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yep. It's, you're eating whatever that animal is eating if you eat meat.
Right.
So we're very careful with what we feed our animals, and you can taste the difference. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the other notes that you want to tell everybody about the farmers market, what else would you like to get the word out on?
I just think people will be really surprised to see the variety that we're going to have there, and I think that they'll be very happy to come back from work and have dinner either made already for them or very easily, quickly to be made for them, and even for the weekends.
Right.
I chose Friday nights because that's when people want to unwind from a long, stressful week and
Exactly.
get together with family and friends. And what do we do when we're together? We always eat. We always are eating something and fellowshipping with each other.
Exactly.
So it's an important day to do that.
It is.
And then they can buy their food from local. I mean, something that you buy at a farmer's market, vegetable-wise, will stay in your refrigerator a lot longer than something that you bought in the store.
Exactly.
So I'm excited that they'll eat well for the weekend, and they won't need to go and spend all that time in the grocery store.
Exactly.
And they get to listen to fabulous music while they're shopping. So
yeah, we got fabulous music.
I've got local music. I know names, but
Okay.
I don't know the name of the bands
That's
yet.
okay.
So, but I'm really excited. They do different farmers markets, and Friday night a lot of them were available. So I'm penciling them in.
Cool, and they're obviously going to be there every week from.
I'm hopeful for every
Maybe.
week. Yes. My budget is not as much as I would like it to be yet. I know we'll work up there, so they're willing to work. Some will work for food,
Exactly.
so we can feed them very well. Right?
Exactly.
I like to barter.
Like I tell people all the time, they're like, "You don't get paid for doing this." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I will work for coffee, though."
There you go. That's right. it's a you love it. You do it 'cause you love it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it shows.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, the farmers market is starting in 2 weeks, running till October from 4 to 7 in the parking lot of the Mulvey Center.
It's at the Mulvey Center, but it's on the grass.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So I'll have plenty of parking for folks, and yeah.
Now, if people want more information on the farmers market, where can they go?
They can go to the Westbrook CT Farmers Market Facebook page.
Okay.
And they can ask out questions for me there, and I'm happy to answer them. I'm going to make that a more active page as we're getting closer. I didn't have any pictures or anything to put up, and I didn't want to use any clip art or anything from our farm. I just wanted it to be, next year we'll have a lot of pictures for it.
Exactly. Exactly. And what other, as far as what type of information can they find on the Facebook page?
Well, I'm going to start featuring who they can expect to come at the market.
Okay.
So I've got two weeks to do it, and I'm going to put out their information and let people go to their websites and familiarize themselves with them and just see who's coming to town and what they can expect and take it from there.
And obviously everything will vary from week to week as far as your entertainment schedule goes.
Yes.
And
different genres,
Exactly.
We'll have country, we'll have some soul, we'll have some blues. So
Now,
contemporary.
how important is it, this is a question that I ask all my guests, how important is it to not only support your local farm, but support your local business? I'm a big believer in supporting your local business. And how important to you as the farmers market aspect side of things, how important to you is it that you get out there and support your local farmers market?
It's very important. It's that relationship. You're not going to have that relationship with anybody in a big box store. You might know the local grocer that works there
Yeah.
while they work there. But, you know, we don't have the hometown feel that at least I grew up with. I'm older than you.
Yes.
And you know, you knew your local, everybody from your pharmacist to the little market that you'd shop at.
Absolutely.
Every little town along I grew up in Madison, and we had everything right there in the town, and you don't anymore. It's all big box store, and you don't have as much choice as you thought you did, you know?
is.
So it's very important, because if we're gone from the landscape, they're not going to come back. You're not going to take a house or a development out and put a farm back.
Definitely not.
So it's that important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like one of my favorite things to do at the farmers market is get there, grab a cup of coffee, and walk around and see. Oh, I can get this, and this, and this, and go home and make something wonderful for dinner. It's like, because like you said, it's fresh, it's local, and it's going to last.
Yes, and a number of vendors have menus, so or they'll give you an idea of what would mix with something else and give you a recipe possibly.
Wow.
So I know that when we sell something, we can give out recipes. We'll tell you how to cook that, because it's not like store meat. So you have to take care when you cook it.
Exactly.
You know?
Facebook page one more time before we say goodnight.
Westbrook CT Farmers Market.
Bonnie Hall from the Westbrook, Connecticut Farmers Market. I want to thank you for coming down. Hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
Wonderful. Thank you very much,
Excellent.
Pete.
Thank you.
Thanks
On behalf
for your
of Bonnie
support.
Hall, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night, and we'll see you next time.